Did Disney fire Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy from the Rey movie? Well, there's been lots of rumors and speculations going on, and I have my ideas and thoughts of what's going on, but I found an article that I want to go over, and it said it's explaining the rumors, and I thought you might enjoy it. And after we read this, I'll let you know what I think and what my predictions are. So let me pull it up and we'll read through it. So it says, did Disney fire Star Wars Rey movie director Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy? New rumors explained. Explain to us, the direct. And that came out today. The latest Star Wars gossip claims Disney fired Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, the director of Daisy Ridley's untitled Rey Skywalker movie. But are these rumors true? And I thought it was titled The New Jedi Order. Maybe they don't know. Maybe they're not Star Wars fans. Following Obaid-Chinoy's comment to Variety that it was time we had a woman come forward to shape a Star Wars film, a report claiming her movie had been indefinitely delayed lit up the internet before eventually being debunked. Disney tried to debunk it, but we don't know. Now, a new rumor Disney fired the director has surfaced, leading fans to question whether it's true or not. Explaining the Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy Star Wars rumors. There's Daisy Ridley. Speculation that Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy has been dropped from Daisy Ridley's Star Wars movie appears to have stemmed from YouTuber Mike Zero, who alleged Lucasfilm decided to fire and remove the director in the wake of the Rey movie backlash. The video also claimed Obaid-Chinoy was removed from additional Lucasfilm and Disney Plus projects that have yet to be announced. In addition to the director's recent Variety comments, 2015 statements from Obaid-Chinoy recently surfaced on X, and as Forbes noted, were also falsely attributed to her Star Wars movie. Granted, the announcement of another Rey Star Wars movie was met with mixed reactions at last year's Star Wars celebration, especially since Star Wars had steered clear of the theaters since 2019's The Rise of Skywalker. However, while online criticism of the director's comments is real, evidence that Disney or Lucasfilm removed her is yet to be seen. If anything, there is more evidence suggesting that the film is well underway at the studio. In recent days, Daisy Ridley expressed her excitement for the project to Allociné, saying, "I knew it was something I really wanted to do. So I thought about it for a little bit, and once I knew what the story was and everything, I knew it was something I really wanted to do. I think it's a really fantastic exploration of the Star Wars world. It's a really cool way of taking the story on in a bit of a different direction." In addition, Lucasfilm contradicted the rumor of the film being indefinitely delayed, telling Gizmodo the report was inaccurate and the studio was actively awaiting writer Stephen Knight's next draft. What Lucasfilm should do about Daisy Ridley's Star Wars movie? While there is little actual circumstantial evidence that Lucasfilm is considering firing Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, unfortunately it's true that the studio is not afraid to drop a director at will. It is also worth noting that the development of Daisy Ridley's Rey Skywalker movie has not been drama-free. On the eve of the film's announcement, writer Damon Lindelof was asked to leave the project, leading Lucasfilm to bring on Stephen Knight to pen the script, which was followed by the film seemingly being delayed to 2026. Now, while the 2023 strikes were likely the cause, Lucasfilm's sudden announcement of Jon Favreau's The Mandalorian and Grogu raised eyebrows, especially since it is now being described as the first Star Wars movie to return to the theaters. Due to Lucasfilm's long-standing history with directors and the Rey project's troubled track record, rumors of a distressed production are not unexpected. Therefore, if they are inaccurate, Lucasfilm should do more to defend its creatives like Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy and forego relying on other outlets to silence speculators. A simple statement from Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy could have put these rumors to rest days ago and allowed Obaid-Chinoy as well as Daisy Ridley to move forward without distractions. But that's not all. Lucasfilm needs to not only be committed and supportive of its talents, but also quality products. Good stories have the power to change hearts and minds, but messages and milestones will always be undercut by mismanaged projects studio interference, and ignoring the basic storytelling rule: show, don't tell. The untitled Daisy Ridley Star Wars movie is currently expected to debut May 22nd, 2026. So that's it for this article. So let me go down the list and talk about this. So here it is. Speculation that Sharmeen Obaid has been dropped from Daisy Ridley's Star Wars movie. I had heard the opposite. I had heard that because of the budget cuts with Disney, that they had removed her from all of the additional projects that they had promised her. They had promised her a second Star Wars movie. She was supposed to work with the Acolyte and other projects, and they removed her from everything except for the Daisy Ridley movie. And that Kathleen Kennedy didn't back Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy up when all the big execs came in to remove those from her. And they also cut her budget, which is her bottom dollar and her paycheck. But then they went ahead and gave Daisy Ridley, they jacked up her paycheck. And Obaid-Chinoy was really upset about that they would take the money away from her and her salary and then bump up Daisy Ridley's salary, while they were telling her that they couldn't afford to do this because of all the budget cuts. So I heard she was angry at Disney for cutting her from all the projects. She was angry at Kathleen Kennedy for not backing her up. And she was angry at Disney for inflating Daisy Ridley's salary to $12.5 million for the movie when they took money away from her and killed her salary. So there's a big feud between Obaid-Chinoy, Kathleen Kennedy, and I don't think it's between Daisy Ridley, but you never know. She could be pretty upset at her because she's making all that money. Do I think that she's fired from the Rey movie? I don't think so. I think Kathleen Kennedy was pushing so hard, and she was so excited to get Obaid-Chinoy as an activist, as a feminist, to be on this project, that she's probably still on it and they have not fired her. But here's the thing. I don't think Kathleen Kennedy is reliable. From what I've heard and what I've seen, especially when she sat there and George Lucas was handing the reins to her as it was going to Disney and how she was going to do all these things. And when she got in there, I think she got a massive head and decided to do things her own way, which I guess if you're in charge, you can do that. But still, you shouldn't make promises if you're not going to keep them. And I've heard that she's very narcissistic also, and everything has to be her way or else it's not going to happen. Those are just rumors that I've heard. But I mean, if you see how everything happens with Disney and their movies and how everything's being handled, it kind of like matches up. Do I like Kathleen Kennedy? No, I don't. I think she's ruined Star Wars. I think she should be gone. But, if you're a Star Wars fan, I think there's three kinds of Star Wars fans. There's the hardcore Star Wars fan who's been there from the beginning, loves Star Wars. We're probably going to write it down until it's like ashes. It's a big bonfire right now. There's the fair weather ones that have jumped off. And then there's people who hate Star Wars with a passion. I don't hate any of those guys. The fair weather ones, I'm fair weather on different genres of movies and different things. But Star Wars I have a passion about. And I think that Kathleen Kennedy needs to be gone. They need to bring in new management. They need to go in a different direction. I had a discussion today. They should bring in the extended universe of Star Wars. There is so much history and it's so rich and full and vibrant. They could pull so much from all the different ages, the High Republic, the Old Republic, the New Republic, and different angles they could go with. Like the Acolyte, it's going to be from the perspective of a Sith, which is unique. I've never seen that before, and that I'm interested to see it. I hope it doesn't stink, but I am really super interested to see it. And if it does stink, well, we'll go from there. My original statement is I don't think Obaid-Chinoy's removed from the Rey movie as of yet. Will she? We'll see. You know, Kathleen Kennedy might just decide one day, I want somebody else, and she'll just drop her from the project. Is Stephen Knight still on the project? Well, probably. Why was it rumored to be delayed? Well, I'm sure he was in there and doing his thing and gave it to Disney, and Disney's like, nah, you got to make revisions because it doesn't follow what we want. I heard that they're going to let Rey be known as Rey Skywalker, but then in the script, they're removing every single instance of Skywalker, Luke, Leia, Anakin from the movie. So that just that makes no sense. She's a Skywalker, but don't mention Skywalkers. I don't know. Anyway, I just thought I'd bring you this article. That's me ranting. Well, that's it for this video, but come back for more Star Wars and sci-fi content, more Black Series unboxings. Oh yeah, go to my channel and go to the community tab. I have a poll going about which Black Series action figure I should get next. Do more Black Series unboxings, more live streams, more live movie watches. And if you're liking the channel, please subscribe. I really appreciate it, and the channel likes it too. Well, have a great week, and remember, the Force will be with you always. Thanks for watching.